welcome to a For the People stream. Just got this, it's literally just come out, and we're gonna see how it plays. The Corvin Empire that had exploited the working people fell, providing a chance for a better future for the common people all over the world, regardless of their gender, skin colour and social status. We believed that the whole world would follow us, but our hopes for the world revolution and a bright future were not to come true. We were alone. All these years, the country was wisely guided by our Communion Working Party, Comrade Joseph Steele, the General Secretary of the COUP and the Chairman of the Supreme Council of the Union of Communes, has ruled our state for the past 15 years. It was a surprise for us all when, on the anniversary of his election to this post, during the 20th Party Congress, he announced the appointment of Comrade Guy Dare, a young and energetic reformer, as the chairman of the Communion Executive Committee. I will never forget Comrade Steele's face staring at me from the photo in the newspaper. It was like he was looking directly into my soul. We were all seized by the sense of impending change we had to go through, but I could not even guess how quickly I'd be dragged into what was happening. My name is Francis River. I'm 26. I graduated with honours from the Corvinton Institute of Management and National Economy and, after that, joined the CUWP. I've been an active member of its Altstad department during the last 3 years. The phone suddenly rang on the evening of September the 11th. The Central Committee of the CUWP was calling for me. I was told that, according to the new course policy, I got into the staff rotation program as a worthy CUWP member and an outstanding alumnus of the Corvinton Institute. That's how I found myself in Iron-1. Iron-1 was founded near the Wolfram deposits during the times of the Corvin Empire in 1888. It was known as Blackmont back then. It was a small mining town, but our glorious Orange Revolution turned it into a leading industrial city with almost 50,000 citizens. Almost half of them are representatives of the Kent people, the rest are Corvinian. I was appointed the head of the city committee. I've become the ruler of this city. I have to move into my new office today. Monday, September 12th. Hello. Helen. Good morning, Comrade River. My name is Helen Rosie. I am your secretary. Good morning, Comrade Rosie. Comrade River, excuse me for my curiosity. Comrade Lebrowski was removed so suddenly that I didn't even understand what was going on. How did it happen that the city committee is led by such a young leader? I hope it didn't sound too rude. It's all right, Comrade Rosie. My appointment here is part of the party's new course. As General Secretary Steele put it, young leaders for a progressive order, and Comrade Lebrowski has been sent into honourable retirement as a tribute to his long and honest service. That explains a lot. Call me if you need any help. Oh, one thing just slipped my mind. Comrade Lebrowski was removed so suddenly that he didn't have time to solve some issues. You can review the necessary documents. I left them on your table. Thank you very much, Comrade Rosie. I think we'll make a great team. We will, I'm sure of it. Got unfinished business, get back to work. What have we got here? So we've got this stack of notes, a map. That's the money. Okay, can't seem to do anything there yet, but it's nice to have a look. River is on the line. Colonel Chester, head of the police, is calling. Shall I connect you? Yes, if you'd be so kind. Hello, Comrade River. I'm Colonel John Chester, head of the Integrity Division of Iron-1. I'm calling to offer my congratulations on your appointment. Thank you very much, Comrade Chester. I'm pleased to meet you and thank you for your congratulations. Oh, you don't know how pleased I am, but frankly, some problems are overshadowing my joy, and we should talk them over. Would you mind if I meet you, let's say, in the evening a day after tomorrow? Of course, I'll be glad to talk to you. What a nice beginning of our partnership. See you, Comrade River. Gods keep people sweet. Oh wow, party phone is ringing. Head of City Committee of Iron-1, Francis River is on the line. Hi Frank, it's Rayon. Rayon, I didn't expect to hear from you, especially on the party phone. Let me explain. I'm a major and the head of the political department of this town now. This line is secure, that's why I'm using it. I'm happy that I'm going to work with an old friend. And what's the deal with the secure line? Change always brings problems, Frank, and the Union is changing rapidly, some might say too rapidly. The situation is complicated, but now we'll be working on it together. Maybe even go a bit against the rules sometimes, but it is all for a good cause. To sum up, I'd rather meet you tomorrow and discuss it in private. Let's rush him in, because he seems important. Okay, come early. I'll notify my secretary. She'll let you in without waiting in queue. Oh, you got it right, Frank. See you tomorrow, mate. It was nice to hear from you. Oh, wow. Didn't even look at these yet. Comrade River, excuse me for the intrusion. The Secretary of the City Committee, Comrade Sarah Chester, prepared a few dossiers on the important figures of Iron-1. They could be useful. Put the folder on the table, please. Also, I'd like to express my gratitude for your help. Thank you. Right, we've got to treat Helen right. Oh, please, Comrade River, there is no need. My job is to help you. Anyway, the workday is soon to be over, and it's improbable that I might need you until tomorrow. My conscience doesn't allow me to hold you here. You're free to go. Thanks a lot, Comrade River. In that case, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Comrade Rosie. So, let's have a look at these documents. Okay. So this is the top one. Dear Comrade Lijbowski, head of the City Committee. I'm going to be awful at reading the names in this game, and I apologise to anyone I offend with it. I write to you for I am unsure whom else to contact concerning this matter. I am but a simple driver with the Transport Department, recently granted new living quarters on the account of me getting married. Imagine my surprise when, while getting acquainted with the neighbours, I discovered that all of them have chandeliers hanging in their living rooms. Everyone claims that those lovely things were already there when they moved in, yet all we have in our apartment are bare bulbs. Same goes for the wall cabinets. Others have them, but we do not. This is especially frustrating if one is to recall just how hard it is to obtain quality furniture these days. I tried to do something about this situation, but the police told me they had no reason to suspect the items were stolen. I do not even want to comment on the response we got from the town council. You are our only hope now. From Comrade William Pearson. Our decisions influence relations with the party and the citizens. You can spend 1,000 to help him. Personally, I think he should be fine sorting himself out. Where is the evidence? One is not a thief until they are caught. One more family is disappointed with your system of governance, which views the people as its insensitive gears. Don't forget that you are one of the system's faces. Screw him. It has recently become... Dear Comrade Lijbowski, head of the City Committee. It has recently become considerably less comfortable to live in our tiny apartment on Harry Brave Street, Building 6. Not only did my husband and I notice and I have noticed that it is now almost dirty in the streets and rotting trash is scattered everywhere, but all the other residents share our opinion. We found nothing like this in any of the neighbouring districts, so, I think, the municipal workers stopped trying only in ours. I don't know which service to contact about this, so I write directly to you with hope that you'll be able to make our district clean again. I thank you in advance, Comrade Dagar Holst. I think trash in the city is an important issue, so we will deal with this one. Student interns oversight caused a decrease in the number of janitors in the district where Comrade Holst lives. A few municipal workers were reprimanded. Excellent. And the final one for the day, or for now. I'm writing to you once again. The point of my complaint is that there is an annoying strange noise 1 floor above my apartment situated in Orange Banner Street, Building 14, Apartment 42. I'm a veteran of the Liberation War and the hero of social labour. I worked at the factory for 50 years. I even have a medal. In that case, may I expect a quiet aging, Comrade Lebowski? I ask you to deal with these noisemakers and vandals in my building as soon as it's possible. Thank you in advance. Annoying strange noise in his apartment. So we can check the building. Oh, this is an interesting decision. Let's send the workers there. If he wanted the police, he should have called the police. Workers of municipal services did not find any vandals or noisemakers at the building. Surveying other tenants revealed nothing suspicious as well. The old man apparently dreamed it all up. Okay. Work is over, I may leave, but let's just read what we've got here as well. Lieutenant Colonel Sylvester Bayer. No information about parents. Non-party with records for disorderly conduct during his years of study. Fully attacked. Saved numerous people in fires all levels. Recommended for medal. So who are these people? There's so many of them. Not going to read them all now. We'll read them when they become relevant. End day. Good morning, Comrade River. I brought you the latest edition of the Iron Herald. It's our city paper. Good morning, thank you. Put it on the table. You're so good to me, Helen. The Iron Herald, number 37. The city committee works for the good of working people. On September 12, 1988, the Iron-1 city committee was headed by Comrade Francis River. On the same day, the new head of the city began to serve by the sweat of his brow. We became aware that on his first working day, Comrade River began to study the history of our city, approved the draft of the new guide for the tourists arriving to Iron-1 for recreation in the unique Orange Resort, and also came to grips with other citizens' problems. The new head of the city committee. On September 11, 1988, at the XX Congress of the Communion Working Party, Comrade Joseph Steele, the chairman of the Supreme Council of the Union of Communes, announced the beginning of the new course policy intended to bring our great union to prosperity. Within the framework of the activity led by the CUWP, significant personnel changes have to happen, which will also affect our wonderful city. The previous head of Iron-1, Comrade Lebrowski, wrote a resignation letter and took merited retirement, explaining his actions as a desire to make way for the youth. Comrade Lebrowski will be replaced by a young and energetic Comrade Francis River, who is a member of the CWP and an activist of the Orange Youth Union. He graduated from the Faculty of National Economy and Municipal Administration of the Communes University with an honorary Orange diploma and has work experience in the party structures of Ulstad. The party leadership noted Comrade River's merits and entrusted him with the control of the city committee. On this post, Comrade River will continue his dedicated service to the union, the working people, and our glorious city. The new head of the city committee arrived in Iron-1 on the 12th of September. It's the phone. Comrade River, the man you asked to let without an appointment is here. Okay, let him in. Good morning, head of the city committee. Hey Ray, take a seat, would you? Thanks, I wouldn't say no. It's been ages. I'm so glad to see you, my friend. Haven't you and Natalie got married yet? We separated a year ago. The ring is still in the box. Lucky for you, fate has provided a consolation prize that's currently waiting right behind this door. Hold on, Ray. Comrade Rosie is a conscientious employee, and we're just colleagues. Oh, maybe I need such an employee in the political department more than you. Shame on you for such a pre-revolutionary attitude towards women. I'll report you to the political department. That'll teach you. Ha! I'm looking forward to reading that report. I bet you do, Ray. Now I thought you wanted to talk about work. Yes, the situation is complicated here. The police constantly report unrest among the workers. A protest is growing. It seems to me it's not just about civil participation. There is some darker purpose behind all of this, and it's for you to manage all of it. Everything's out of my hands. That I can see, but you've mentioned something about cooperation on the phone. That's right, I could help you with information through my channels. Just call me and ask. It's a small town, so I have no superiors. No one will know about our cooperation that will help our good cause of serving the people and the party. It's always good to have contacts, so sounds reasonable. Just write your personal number in my notebook. I wouldn't want to use the official phone. Afraid someone could be listening, Frank? And who do you think keeps track of the telephone conversations in the city? You? He's a shady guy. See you later. So he's called Ray. Do I have anything on him? No. To work. To Comrade Francis River, thank you, and now I don't have to say that horrible name anymore. To Comrade Francis River, head of the City Committee of Iron-1, urgently, top secret, code Orange. I hope my letter won't be intercepted. Comrade head of the city. I believe you understand. This document must not fall into their hands. Who are they, you may ask? They didn't get to me yet. That's the only reason why I can still report to you. Our glorious city have become a seat of conspiratorial unit of capitalists and their sympathizers. This filthy sector that glorifies profits is based at the address Proliferation Street, Strength Street, Building 5. I've seen them handing out banned books to children and showing them pictures that besmirch our union. Hurry, we must take action before they corrupt the city from within. Yours, Comrade Alvin Madston. This can't be real. Get the police. This has got to this has got to be trash, right? Letter you were told this is Oh, later you were told that a small charity that buys books for children from the orphanage of Iron-1 is located at the address pointed by Comrade Madster, not a capitalist unit. Okay. To Comrade Francis River, head of the city committee. Comrade River, I write to you with great sorrow. Yesterday, a gang of young Kentish attacked my granddad. Those scoundrels beat him nearly to death. I confess my granddad could somehow offend them. He is an old-school Corvinian and doesn't always watch his tongue. But is that a reason to break his fingers and smash his face in? I filed a report with the Integrity Division, but they refused to look into it. Perhaps they are afraid that this incident may lead to a rise in ethnic tensions or something like that. I beg you, in my troublesome granddad's place, find the perpetrators. This crime cannot go unpunished. So we can find and punish the scoundrels. Seems that combat malware is responsible for incitement. So why does that cost me money? I don't want to be a partner, but we should help the old man. So we've punished the scoundrel, we punish the old man, or we don't punish anyone and we help the old man. I mean, I do feel kind of bad for him. Can't I? Guess I can't just ignore it. I'm just concerned about my money. Who is this old guy anyway? Let's just punish the scoundrels. It's a cheaper solution. At your command, the Integrity Division found the Kentish teens without difficulty. It turned out that they were members of a youth gang engaged in robbery and burglary. The investigation is underway. Sweet. Get the scum off the streets. I wish you a long life. Why, thank you. My name is Meyerson, Mark Meyerson. My parents are distinguished first-category engineers. I followed in their footsteps and have worked at the Wolfram plant for 10 years, earning an apartment in a good district. Yes, I am used to speaking honestly and plainly because I am not afraid to make my voice heard. That's why I'm writing to you. It's been long and clear for me that the plant that ensures life in Iron-1 strangles it at the same time. Of course, we can't just close it down, people need a place to work, but we can control the waste discharged into the city water reservoirs. The river is spoiled, but at least it is still running, but the waste is now being discharged into the pond. Our pond. This is absolutely unprecedented. They discharge tanks of shit at night and they think that no one will notice. What kind of fools do they think we are? I used to admire the pond almost every morning, back when swans used to live there. Now it hurts to look at this puddle that is unacceptable even by frog standards. Send an inspection to the plant or do something else, but make the administration reflect on the consequences of their deeds. We are counting on you. Yeah, we're definitely going to have a surprise inspection. The environment is critical. We decided to put an end to this mess. The investigation at the plant revealed that the dumping of hazardous chemicals into the pond was an individual initiative of one of the middle-level employees. He had heard rumours of additional water testings in the river. Such a decision doesn't look like one that may have been decided on the middle level, but you can find no evidence that would lead to any of the higher-ups at the plant. One way or the other, the pond is saved. After some time it may regenerate, and the swans will live there once again. Excellent, excellent. I think that was a good decision. My name is Claude Generet. Generet? I don't know. And I am writing to you about the very sad state of the architectural monuments in Iron-1. For example, last night I noticed a new big crack in the building of the railway station. This is the 4th crack that appeared in the building since the beginning of this year. Few people know, but our railway station was built by the famous Corvin architect Communes, and nowadays the building has great cultural value. I've written about the situation to different authorities many times, but all in vain. At best, They dismiss my requests. At worst, they hint that I am an admirer of the old regime and the Black Army. But that's not true. Both of my grandfathers fought for the prosperity of the working people. One of them died in the first days of the revolution. But what the political atrocities of the Kaiser despotism have to do with the architecture? How can architecture even be bourgeois? Moreover, the destruction of historically valuable buildings may also lead to human casualties. Yes, most of these houses were built to last, but it's been decades since their construction, and some of the buildings have never got major repairs at all. The loss of monuments is a tragedy for art, but the loss of people is a tragedy for everyone. That's why, Comrade River, I suggest at least to plan the repair and restoration works on the oldest of the city. So we can contact and discuss the project, work through to repaint the Capital Wall building. Okay, we'll just go with the middle of the range. We don't want to support the old regime too badly. We didn't take genre seriously but decided to renovate the oldest buildings just in case. You think it's more than enough? I do think it's more than enough. Greetings, Comrade River. My name is Till Rouge. I represent an unofficial association of residents of Iron-1 who are engaged in art. There are aspiring writers, young artists, and promising musicians among us. It happens so that there are more artists in our midst. I confess I am one of them myself. During the 2 years of the association's activity, we have collected a fair number of art pieces. Many of them, in my opinion, are in no way second to the universally recognised masterpieces of Communes. Sadly, it is very difficult for us to achieve academic recognition. Renowned artists from the metropolitan universities are not too keen on young and hungry, figuratively speaking, of course, competitors. And the fact that some of our artists do not have a formal education does not seem to help. As if it makes any difference, from my perspective, my comrade Caspar Groys creates paintings that are much more interesting than those that a good few members of the Union of Artists make. And when I don't care that he served at the border control instead of studying in college, and now he has to work as a watchman. But today, however, some obsolete and mediocre people occupy entire exhibition halls, while true creators have spent years in obscurity. We're not complaining, surely not. We're ready to earn our place in world art history. By saving a penny from our pathetic paychecks, we have almost managed to save up money for renting a place and hiring maintenance workers. All we need is a tiny push and permission to hold an exhibition. All you have to do, Comrade River, is make one phone call, put a single signature, and you will save an emerging school of fine arts that our descendants will study in the universities. Kind regards, Till Rouge. It's support the arts, but I don't know. I think we will give them the display. Go down the middle again. You approved the exhibition but refused to finance it. As a result, artists had to make up for the lack of funds on their own. The opening of the exhibition was delayed and has not yet attracted much attention. As a sign of protest, artists refused to clean the venue, so municipal workers will have to do it instead. Okay. Nah. Comrade River, you haven't torn away from work all day, and it's 5 p.m. already. So I got some tea for you. Thanks, Helen. Oh, I'm so confused, Rosie. That's better, Comrade River. Honestly, all this officiousness makes me cringe. I feel older than I really am. Yes, it's hard for me to get used to it, too. I've never held such a prominent position. I supervised the youth branch of the party in Allstadt, and now I'm suddenly the head of the city committee. Actually, I've only been working here for 4 weeks. I had my graduation in June, and now here I am. How interestingly has everything turned out? And what's the thesis about? It was about the coverage of our important events in the foreign press. Oh, that's an interesting topic. And what events in particular? The intensification of the conflict with the Corvin government in exile. Did you call the reactionaries the government in exile in your thesis, and they let that slide? They grumbled a little, but let it pass. They liked the contents. So there's more to you than meets the eye. It's been 4 years since my thesis defense, but I remember it so well as if it was yesterday. I wrote about anti-crisis measures. Haha, and now I understand why you were appointed to Iron-1. Helen, it just occurred to me, Comrade River makes me feel uncomfortable. Well, Francis? Yeah, that's better for sure. All right, Francis, I won't distract you from your work. Yes, Helen, thank you for the tea, right when I needed it too. Just knock. It's me again, Francis. You received a message from the party. It's not quite an official appeal. Well, this is a first. I'm listening. Sometimes the city committee is assigned a task that simply cannot be done by the book. Lebowski had a friend for such occasions, a secretary named Andrei Brasilac. This man was not the most likable of my colleagues. Nevertheless, he was well versed in informal assignments. They say Brasilac intends to retire following his patron, and yet I feel like the old man can be persuaded to stay just a little longer. We might need his expertise. Sounds ominous. You're right, it does, but more often than not, the party does not demand anything truly unpleasant. Sometimes you need to collect information. Sometimes transfer it instead. I see. Well, that's not what I expected, but it looks like I don't have a choice. Francis, I'll try to help you. I know all of this sounds bad, but I will do my best. I have friends and contacts that will be able to handle the easier tasks for you. This will help you manage for a while. I still don't particularly trust Brasilac. Once again, you managed to surprise me, Comrade Rosie. Sorry, Helen. Thank you. It's my job to help you, Francis. I have prepared some documents. When did you have the time? The complaints just come in. It was actually delivered about 3 hours ago. I didn't want to distract you from your work. I admire your foresight. It's nothing really, but thank you for your kind words. Good work, Helen. We found out that the orange garbage trucks appeared on the streets of Iron-1. We believe it is unnecessary to explain why the sacrilegious association of the colour of the revolution with waste is completely unacceptable. The trucks will be repainted and the person responsible will be punished accordingly. However, Jonathan Fleck, head of the relevant department of the Livelihood Committee, categorically denies his guilt. He claims that the repainting took place without his knowledge and he does not know who did it. The head of the committee, Comrade Kipler, supports her employee, drawing attention to his impeccable characteristics and the lack of motives for such an act. Because of this, the decision was made to delay the launch of the official investigation. The party instructs you to deal with the incident without spending too much time and resource. So we can... Also, I get to choose the most qualified agents as well. Oh, and I didn't read about any of them, but I guess I can... Okay. I think, we're going to watch the fleet. And then... So we need to find someone who's going to be good at watching. Not him. Her. She's a journalist. They're good at poking around. Jeanne Kipler. Oh, those weren't the right people. Okay. Catherine Hurst, 22 years old, Kentish, born in Corvington, medium height, fiery red hair, has a small white scar on her, yada yada yada. Member of the 12, an activist, yada yada. She's sociable, easily gets people to like her, with rare exceptions. Fond of skiing. We need someone sneaky. Not him. They all smoke. Okay. I just don't know who to pick. None of these backgrounds are particularly useful. I'm gonna pick oh, I don't know. Such difficult decisions. Okay, we'll go with this guy. Cool. Done for the day. This is where we're going to stop for this part, guys. Please keep watching. We're going to